Hey Bill, in your common sense practices in your business, you did contests differently. You said that all contests should be built on improvement and meeting standards, not pitting each other against one another. And that you said that you did not have a contest with one winner and a bunch of losers, but you had contests where everyone could achieve the same goal equally. I mean, tell me about that.
Well, we had daily, weekly, monthly, yearly contests. I believe in contests. They excite your audience, they excite your staff. But I read a book one time that said that most contests are demotivational. In other words, it's punishment by reward. So you reward 2 or 3 people, and the other 7 people on the team, they're losers. What my purpose was is to make all of our contests where you had certain levels you needed to achieve, and when you achieved that level, you were a winner. So as soon as possible, we want to make everybody feel like they were a winner every single day.
Can you give me an example of give me a specific contest that you remember and actually how it worked?
Sure. One of our contests would be how many right party contacts you can make. So when you got to work, and the sooner you got on the telephone and the sooner you started making right party contacts, if our level was 10, where you would be rewarded, then when you made those 10 contacts, you would give a shout out, "Hey, I'm a winner, I hit 10 contacts." And the guy next to you may have said, "Hey, I did too, I had 10 also." Then we'd have different levels like 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And every time you hit one of those levels, it was like this, this high you would get. And so we had a whole bunch of people getting excited about a whole lot of different things. The last thing we wanted was one of our associates competing against another associate. We wanted them to help lift each other up and help all of them to become more successful.
So when you did it that way, though, don't you run the risk of spending too much money in rewards?
Well, when we do rewards were to improve production. So they were not, they weren't trips to Hawaii, for instance. They were what we call nickel and dime reinforcers. And what we found out is people like recognition, and the recognition that they're a winner was almost as powerful as giving them more money. We could give them a ribbon, or we could give them a big ugly trophy or something to say, "Hey, you're a winner because you had 10 contacts." And we found that to be almost as motivational as giving them money.
Can you remember a time when you were in a contest where there was just a winner and then a bunch of losers?
Oh yeah, I was a Rookie of the Year with the company I worked with. I was a rookie, and there was a whole bunch of people that were the losers. Well, they weren't very motivational. In fact, some of those people became very jealous of the fact that here I was, the Rookie of the Year, and I was the newest kid on the block.
Yeah, I guess that's what the Employee of the Month thing that most you see fast food restaurants do.
Sure.
Would that be an example of a winner with a bunch of losers?
Well, you think about it. If there's 10 employees, 1 person wins. What have you got? 9 losers, right? Well, what if you got a team where you have 10 people that are winners? Which would be more motivational to you?
Hey, I have a sister, and she is a manager of a lot of different people at fast food stores. Mm-hmm. And what would be if you were hired to go in and help her motivate her employees, which tend to be high school students working extra money, college students, whatever, young people. What might be something you would do at a fast food restaurant to instead of the one winner and lots of losers?
Well, one of the things I would do if I was working in a fast food restaurant, I would have my employees work to have the customers recognize the great service they give. And every time they were recognized, I want to highlight that in the restaurant. I mean, if it was the fact that they delivered fries to them a certain way, or they smiled a certain way, or they would just let them know that, hey, there's a delay in your food coming out. Every time one of those customers would say something nice, I want to highlight with that employee. I would have them striving to get so many ahas every day from the customers, recognizing the great service they did. And I would recognize that and build on that.
How important were contests in your company?
Invaluable. I mean, I can't imagine working with a company where there was no contest. What kind of enthusiasm or motivation would you have if you worked for a company that never had a contest?
All right, thanks.
You're welcome.